Brothers and sisters, welcome to our Lenten Journey, day 31. One of the ancient traditions for the Lenten season is the stations. Different stations that have to do with the churches in Rome. Let me give you just brief information. For centuries, the people of Rome and those coming to visit the eternal city would gather and pray in different churches. For example, the 7 major basilicas. You probably know some of them: St. Peter's, St. John the Lateran, St. Paul outside of the walls, the Holy Cross of Jerusalem, St. Lawrence. Gradually, the number of those churches increased as different popes extended the list. Particularly during the season of Lent, the Pope, with the clergy, the cardinals, would go to different station churches to celebrate Mass early in the morning. This practice is still being used and being enacted today. For example, on Ash Wednesday, the most important church in Rome is Santa Sabina, where the Holy Father goes and distributes the ashes. Maybe you could have seen the Pope processing with the cardinals and the clergy, walking in the robes. So it goes back centuries. Now, in those different places, in the churches linked to the martyrs, different saints known, and also those saints which were, for example, very much loved by the people of Rome, still today the faithful would gather knowing which concrete church is designated for a particular day of Lent, and there, prior to going to work, they would start their day. Brothers and sisters, I'm not asking you to travel to Rome, even though it would be wonderful to go and participate. I know the students and people who, when they find themselves in Rome during Lent, they would look at the list of the station churches and they would attend in order to participate in the centuries-long Lenten practice. Today, I would like us to think about a church that is nearby, where you work, where you study, preferably a church you have not yet attended, a church that could be linked to your favorite saint. Let us make a small practice of visiting the station churches of our own preference. Going to work, coming back from school, going to shop or visit someone, make a little detour, finding early on the church. It would be beautiful if you could attend the Mass. If not, make sure you could get there, spend some time in prayer. I would encourage you to read the readings of the day. Spend 15 to 20 minutes in adoration and making this day dedicated to one station church. If God inspires you, please find yet another church. In these remaining days of Lent, you could go to different churches around you, if that is possible, depending on where you live and what availability you might have. But having this task of going to the station church, we're enacting what the people of God have been practicing for centuries. That shows that we are pilgrim people. We are journeying. We are going from one event to another event in our lives. We go from one Lent to another, from one Easter to another. Let's remember that throughout the centuries, the church practiced going to different churches linked to major celebrations like Ascension or patron saints. That was overall the culture of the Christian people. Today, let us research, find a church somewhere in our vicinities or beyond, and make it a stop. If you happen to go to 2 churches this week or 3, that's wonderful. I would like to encourage each and every one of us that this practice allows us to move forward knowing that the Lord precedes us. And who knows, going to that church, attending that Mass, listening to a priest you have never met before, there could be an encounter with the Lord, an enlightenment that you need in order to carry on this Lenten journey. God bless you as we continue our spiritual journey.